Kol Elul Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Kakwadash. This is Malak Maganya from GMS Wisdom, GMS Toronto, GMS Maganya, and GMS Toronto 144. As you can see here on your screen, this is a solemn video here that I'm going to make. Not going to try to be too long, but I have so much scriptures lined up on this, but this is about Bible prophecy. Now, this prophecy took place when these young men were born. The two families that came out of the same womb, okay, two different nations, clearly. And this is why the players, the other families of the earth, they can't figure it out because they're set up, they're in cahoots with Esau. Now, before I, just preface, I'm going to just read what we see here and just get into the scriptures because, like I said, I'm going to read the first scripture that show when this prophecy kicked off and what it's really all about. But like I said, it's all summed up in basically what this quote is right here. So this is Rabbi Louis Ginsburg, and he has a striking resemblance to Robin Williams. I mean, this is uncanny. He looks like Robin Williams in the profile. I'm not trying to be funny, but I keep looking at it, and that's all I see. So this is his quote, right? And that's from his Agenda Legends Volume 1. So it says, they, Esau and Jacob, will never be in the same estate. Right? And as I read that, I think of Genesis 25, okay? And Genesis 27, Obadiah, I can go on and on all day, Malachi, right? So it says, they, Esau and Jacob, will never be in the same estate. Esau will vaunt. Now, this word vaunt, okay, you got to know what it is, okay? This word here, vaunt, this goes back to pride or proud or vain, okay? So he's very proud. This is a proud man. And there's two things that the Lord also does not like is a poor person that's proud or a rich person that is a liar. Okay. All right. So, Esau definitely fits the second one, the rich person that is a liar. Okay. But those applications could be applied to both families here. Okay. And that's usually applied to Jacob when he follows Esau, his so-called older brother. So anyway, let me continue on. So vaunt goes back to proud or vain. Okay. So it says, Esau will vaunt lords, while Jacob will have kings. They, Israel, okay, and Rome. Okay, so this Rome here is referring to the Edomites. Okay, keep that in mind. All right. Are the two nations destined to be hated by all the world? Now, that is true, right? And that's why, as I prefaced at the beginning, this controversy is over these two people. It's not about the other people, okay, the other nations. All right. So it's about Jacob and Esau, and so the one that's hated the most, is Jacob, really. Okay, everybody wants to kill because Esau has them, have the other nations going against Jacob. And clearly with the CP19 and the V's, the focus is to get Jacob's seed first and foremost. But anyway, let's continue with the reading, right? Because I stopped in between. It says, I will vaunt lords while Jacob will have kings. They, Israel and Rome, are the two nations destined to be hated by the whole world. One will exceed the other in strength, First Esau will subjugate whole world, right? I'm going to read that scripture, Second Esdras, and I'm going to also read Genesis 25 and 27. So first Esau will subjugate the whole world, but in the end, Jacob will rule over all. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the point. That's what the rabbi said, okay? So let's go into the scriptures to see if these things are so. So I'm going to go straight to Second Esdras. So it says, Second Esdras 6, 8, and 9, it says, and he said unto me, from Abraham, Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, Jacob's hand held the heel of Esau. Okay? And if you understand that, that is a powerful symbolic parable as to show who was coming out first to have first rulership. And as it says here in the reading, first Esau will subjugate. Okay? All right, so let's look at the word subjugate. Right? Subjugate. 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 Bear with me. I'm just pulling this up because I just decided I'm going to pull this word up. Right? Going to be judge, basically. Excellent. Subjugate. Okay. T-E. Perfect. Okay. So subjugate, it says subjugation. Past participle to subdue. He's going to subdue first, right? He's going to subdue Jacob for a long time, right? Until his rulership, Esau's rulership, runs out, like it says here in the quote, because it's prophetic. Bring under the yoke, under yoke to join, okay? Subjugating, all right? Pretty straight, but it's pretty straight there on that, the word subjugate, right? Subjugate the whole world, but in the end, Jacob will rule over him. All right, so yeah, Second Esdras 6, 8, 9, right? Let me read it again. Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? So clear right there. That's where this man pulled this stuff up from. And the way that he pulled that up is because he's been watching us. Right? Simply put. Okay? Because these people know the story. They know the truth. They're just not permitted to bring the truth. Okay? They're just not permitted to bring the truth. Now, when you read Genesis 25, around the 25th verse until around the 28th verse, it gives you the blessing of Jacob, right? But I'm going to go straight to Esau's blessing, right? So that you guys can see it for yourself, right? What this man is talking about. All right? So let's go there. Blessing of Esau. Esau's blessing. So that's Genesis, actually, when you go, yeah, actually it's Genesis 27, excuse me. Let me go there. Yep. Right. Actually, chapter 25 goes into the whole, you have to read the whole chapter to see how the family work together. So let me just get to the point. Genesis 27, and around the third verse, excuse me, the 35th verse, not the third verse. Right, so let's get straight to his blessing. And when you read up from Genesis 27, from the 33 verse up, you get to see the blessing of Jacob. But I'm not going to read that because we know what it is, what people are finding out now is about Esau's blessing. And like I said, you have to be persuaded in your own mind. So it says here, and he said, I'll read from Genesis 27 and 36. As a matter of fact, you know what, I'm going to get to the point. I have so many other scriptures, and I don't want this to be too long. So I'm going to go to the 38th verse of the 27th chapter. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing for blessing my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and cried. Okay. Verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the dew of earth, the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. Verse 40, here it is, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Now, this is important. That's why you have C19 and the V's, okay? Because this is his last chance. Okay, he is going down in flames. He's going to go down in flames. That's Esau. And as this man says here on the quote, Jacob is going to rule. Right? First, Esau will subjugate the whole world, but in the end, Jacob will rule. Right? You can go to Psalms 2 and look at that. Why did the heathens rage? And where it talks about Yahushua is going to rule with a rod of iron, and Jacob is going to be there with him, which represents his 12 tribes, which goes back to the family. Okay? But this video is really just about showing you who Esau is, right? He's exposed. He's on his way out. You know, what is his blessing? His blessing is a sword, right? To rape, rob, and murder. And that's why I said the CV-19 is there, his last draw, to make an attempt to kill his brother. Okay? All right, so let's go to Malachi. And let's get his biblical name, which is Esau. Okay. Malachi 1 and 4, it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh our power. Okay. The Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So on this side, the Lord is going to deal with Esau. Okay. He's already dealing with Jacob right now. Zechariah pertaining to Zechariah 13 and 8. Right? Two parts therein. Two parts is the Lord. That's not going to go through on this side. But one part the Lord is going to push through. That's all the Lord needs to use as a sword to slay Esau. Okay, they don't like when we say it like that, but this is the reality. We went through slavery and we're coming out of it. The Lord is delivering us out of it. Okay, the Lord put you, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and you're doing your due diligence because you were made the wicked, Esau. That's basically what's going on. Okay, so let's go to Obadiah. All right, real quick, we'll go to Obadiah. All right, the first precept, that's all I'm going to read in this. So this is Obadiah 1 and 1. The visions of Obadiah, thus said Yahweh our power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, while Yahushua, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. So this is just a continuation of the prophecies with Moses in regards to, bear with me, that Moses prophesied about Amalek and the nation of Israel, namely the elect, right down until the very end. I'm not going to quote that scripture, but I just paraphrased it basically, right? Leading right down into our time, right? And Esau just enjoyed killing our older people and killing the young. You know, he enjoys that. You know, he doesn't like to hear that, but that's a fact. That's what we live in. All right? I'm just going to read to the third verse here in Obadiah and close off this video. It says, "Behold, I've made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised." Right? That goes back to that statement in the scripture that Jacob and Esau will be the most hated. But the real controversy is that it's Esau that hates us the most. Okay? Because throughout those other kingdoms, we live pretty good. We live better with those other nations than we did with our own brother. He just hates us because of the birthright. Okay? He believes that we stole his birthright. Genesis 25 and 26. You can read it. Okay? But if you understand what is going on, the Lord is the one who set this thing up. Okay? So let me continue reading. So it says, "Behold, I've made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised." And the last verse, verse 3 of Obadiah 1, "The pride of thine heart." Right? Did I mention about pride? Right? That's what Esau is. "The pride of thine heart, which is his mind, hath deceived thee." Right? "Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high." The high skyscrapers, all these rock churches, blah, 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 and on and on and on. Right? Esau is proud and he's vain. He's basically a vain man. He's a base man. Right? "Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" Doesn't that sound like a typical Edomite? Yeah, that's it. So, you know, that's pretty much what is going on there, man. I don't really have to say too much. I can give you some other scriptures. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you that in closing, because I'm basically done with this video right now. Okay. But I'm going to give you some more scriptures. Right? So, you can read Malachi, Obadiah 1:15 to 18, Hebrews 12 and 6. I gave you Genesis 27 already. John 8 and 44, Proverbs 12 and 26. Right? Romans 9 and 12. Wisdom of Solomon, you can read that in the Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon 5, 1 to 16. Okay? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Alright? Alright, so with that, I'm going to say Shalom.